How you guys doing? Hope you're gonna have an awesome day today. Or verse if you already you do me a favor, hit that like and subscribe. While you at it, go ahead push that bell for notifications so you get to scoop my news upcoming videos. Okay everybody, so this is gonna be a review video of MEG 2 The Trench. Now MEG 2 The Trench was pretty epic and nice game. You know, at the beginning of the movie, yeah, I saw it in 3D. It was absolutely pretty amazing. That movie is 65. It would have been actually pretty interesting if we would have seen a cameo appearance from the main character from the 65 movie, because it shows a little preview of basically the prehistoric world and what it actually looked like, and also did show the apex predator come out of the water and just tear up the Tyrannosaurus Rex and stuff. Now that was actually pretty epic and terrifying and scary. Having these things on, these 3D glasses, I didn't know what to do with them, so I just took them home. Like, the guy didn't say like we should throw them away. He just said take them home and stuff. So I was like, alright. So what happens is that okay, so basically he was married, and the little girl in the first one became, like, I guess you could say, his stepdaughter basically. And so in part 2 we found out that I guess she passed away, and now her brother owns this billion-dollar organization where they have a kaiju. The name is a kaiju. They have one megalodon in there that's not trained, that's tamed but not trained. There's a difference between tamed and trained. And so other than that, it's basically her brother took over the business, and the little girl from the first movie, she grew up. She's like a teenager. I say she's probably like 14 or 15 now. And yeah, Jonas is now her father basically. And they had to deal with the apex predator along with two ugly other megalodons. It's a wild ride. What happens? A wild rush. So basically, they decide to take a trip back into the trench. But what they don't realize is that someone on their team is actually, I guess you could say, a mole, a rat, and betrayed Jonas's team. They don't know who it is yet, but they found out that they sabotaged the emergency ship, and also there is a secret bunker all the way down below the trench area. They did not know about that. Now, it's a long story of what happened, how they literally had to get out of their, I guess say, diving craft, but let's just say that making their way to the underground station that they never even knew about. No one never even knew about. The billion-dollar owner, which was the uncle of the little girl, it was his organization that built it, but there's a main leader. I think she was like um, a benefactor. Yeah, I think she was a benefactor. So she was someone who actually betrayed them. Apparently, there are creepy crawlies that live among the trench that actually breathe air and come out. They're like huge, big ass salamanders. They look like Komodo dragons actually. There's salamanders that have the instincts of wolves, basically, and the size of them are kind of have the size of a Komodo dragon, basically. That's what I could say. They're like big ass samurai salamanders, and they'll actually cause some damage and kill you most definitely and stuff. So yeah, that's what happens, and they get betrayed, but eventually they find out that there's a rogue team that's after them, and they had to stop the rogue team along with stopping these megalodons, because when they went inside the emergency ship, they went outside the trench, but a megalodon followed. Not just a megalodon, not just two more. A giant octopus. It followed. I know, the octopus! Like, that gave me a vibes of H.P. Lovecraft. Lovecraft, now that guy is amazing, creative. He has amazing creative mind, and when I saw that, I guess you could say that octopus, it gave me vibes of Cthulhu, because H.P. Lovecraft, he created a lot of mysterious creatures, and Cthulhu is one of them. Cthulhu is kind of like one of my favorite ones. Cthulhu is like it's an octopus mixed with a squid and can actually talk to you. Basically, it is creepy, huge, large, big, and scary as hell. HP Lovecraft, they do have games off of it too as well. You guys could check it out, but that man is quite of a storyteller. I could say that. Anyways, back to the Meg 2. The creatures that roam around on the floor, basically they took out the rogue agent that betrayed Jonas's team, which was actually pretty interesting and funny. And how ironic it was that the woman, the benefactor, she got eaten. Like, she was getting teared up inside the chopper. She was like just waiting inside the chopper like any other ordinary criminal syndicate boss would, while she sent out her bugging of rogues to stop Jonas. But no. Those creatures came out of nowhere from the trench. I guess, I don't know, they could breathe, they could swim air and stuff. It was actually pretty unique and interesting. It had a lot more action this time. There were some eels. These eels were like snakes, like anacondas. They're like badass creatures and unpredictable. With the apex predator is the most biggest megalodon ever there ever was in the history of, I guess you could say, back in the AD times. Well, I gotta say BC actually, for 65 million years. 65 million year old shark came out to the present. Like, seriously, I don't know if he was in hibernation or what, but yeah, he got a taste of, I guess you could say, our fresh air and stuff, not BC air. What I'm thinking is that before the comics like destroyed the Earth 65 million years ago, I'm thinking most of the underwater creatures, they survived. They had to survive all the way down below into the depths of the sea in order to, I guess, survive and live out through those years and just thrive on whatever is left, like scraps for food for them. Other than that, well, let's just say that they're able to take out the megalodons easily. They attach some harpoon pones. These harpoon pones, basically, they had like C4 dynamite on it, so you just throw it on them and it blows them up. As for the apex predator, got, I guess you could skull fuck big time, because Jonas had a helicopter propeller and the apex predator was about to chomp on him, but the helicopter propeller, he just lifted it up and the megalodon just swooped on it and it was just like sticking out of his skull, and that's how the apex predator actually died. Now the tamed megalodon is still alive out there, and basically they're just hoping that she didn't get pregnant or anything like that. She were to get pregnant, there'll be a part 3. I'm pretty sure that they'll make a part 3 though after this movie. So what will I rank this movie? I'll rank it, I'll give it a good 8 out of 10. The reason why I'll give it 8 out of 10 is because I highly suggest you guys check it out in 3D. If it wasn't in 3D, I would have to give it probably like a 6 out of 10. But for the first movie, for the Meg, I would give that one an 8 out of 10 without the glasses, without 3D at all. Because that's how much awesome I think the first one was. Because it was unique, it was something we never seen before. And Jason Statham was able to get out his comfort zone and be in, I guess you could say, it's kind of like a horror movie, a shark horror movie. Jaws, but Jaws on steroids. Yeah. Other than that, that's my take on it. That's my review video on this one. What do you guys think about this video? I mean, this movie. Did you like it? Or did you not like it? And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys are new, subscribe to the channel as always. And yes, of course, I'll see you all in the next one.